everyone, so today I thought I would share my makeup collection with you. It's nothing big, but I thought I would just share it anyway. So I keep my makeup in these drawers that I got from, where did I get them from? Officeworks. And they're pretty much just paper trays. They only were about $15 each. I have two of them stacked on top of each other. Yeah, they're pretty much just paper trays and they work really, really well and they're a really inexpensive way to store your makeup and I love them. So I'll start off with what I have on top. I have my makeup finishing spray, a couple of samples. I don't know why I have that on there, I guess just easy access. I've got like a couple of tools like my tweezers, my eyelash curler. I keep my makeup remover wipes up here, and I also keep all my brushes. I have some Sigma brushes, some Real Techniques one, I've got an Urban Decay, some e.l.f., some MUA. I've also got my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge and the sharpener that I use for my eyeliners. I'll zoom you in a little bit and I will show you what is in the first drawer. So I pretty much organise my drawers in order of how I put things on my face. So I have my foundations in my top drawer. I have a Bourjois Healthy Mix foundation, which I love. A Revlon Nearly Naked. I have L'Oreal True Match, which is currently my favourite foundation. I also have two different Revlon colour stays, the CoverGirl 3-in-1, and then a couple foundations at the back here that just are not my shade and I don't really use them that much. So yeah, I keep all my foundations in this top drawer. I always like trying out foundations and I always love finding new ones, so that is where I keep those. In this next drawer I kind of have an assortment of things. I keep my primers in here, my setting powders and my concealers. Like I said, I don't really have a ton of makeup, so some of them I can condense down into one drawer, whereas some drawers like foundation I need a whole drawer for it. I have two Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser concealers. These are my current favourite concealer. I have the brightening shade and then the fair shade, I think, and I love them so much. I did rip the ball off the top because I just really don't like the foam ball on there. I have my Australia's Fresh and Flawless powder, which I love, and my Rimmel Stay Matte, which is translucent. Change it up depending on if I want a little bit more extra coverage or not. I have my Benefit Professional Primer, which is my favourite primer of all time. I love it. I use it every single day that I do my makeup. And I also have my Benefit That Gal Primer that I love putting under matte foundations for a little bit of a dewier skin look. I have my e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder, which I love. I use that to set my under eyes every single day. I also have my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, which I do really love, but I'm in love with the other Maybelline concealers, and I didn't actually realize but all the concealers I use are Maybelline at the moment. I have a Too Faced Primed and Poreless Concealer, sample kind of size that I'm yet to try out. I also have a Tarte Clean Slate Poreless Primer. I've used this a couple times. I got that as a sample in one of my Sephora orders that I ordered through Taraz, but unfortunately they do not stock Sephora anymore, so that's a shame. I have a sample CC cream, and then in the back, which I don't know if you can see, I also have a Roche-Posay Bb Cream sample that I got in one of the subscription boxes. Now the next drawer is probably one of my favourites. It is my blush drawer, and as you can see it is really full. Blush is probably the one thing that I really love to collect. I love blush. As you can see, they're all kind of the same kind of shades, but I just love collecting blush and I love trying out new blushes. So currently probably one of my top favourites is the Balm Frat Boy, which is just a really nice kind of peachy pink colour. This kind of scared me at first because I was used to wearing lighter blushes, but I really love this one. I also have, this was a splurge for me, I have my NARS blush in the shade Gilda, which I love using this when I have like a bronze eye, like doing a really peachy look. I love using this one for that. As you can probably tell, I love NYX blushes. I have heaps of them. I love the cream blushes as well as the powder ones. I also have a little mini Benetint in there. I have a couple of Jordana blushes that I really like. I have a Illamasqua blush in the shade Tremble. I will show you that one. Just there. It's really nice, kind of brighter light pink. I also have two MAC blushes. This one is broken, so I don't have the lid for it anymore, but this is MAC's Immortal Flower. I also have Pink Tea, and then at the back I have my kind of least used blushes, which is just an Essence one, my e.l.f. ones, and a couple of MUA ones. But yeah, that is my current blush collection at the moment. And if you see any products that you'd like to see me use in a video, just let me know. So I keep all my bronzers and highlighters in here. I've only recently started experimenting with bronzer and highlighter, which is why I don't have that much, but I am falling in love with it. I have my e.l.f. contouring blush and bronzer kit, which is one of my favourites. I love it, and it's really inexpensive, and this is in the shade St. Lucia. I also have a little mini Benefit Hoola bronzer, the Bourjois chocolate bronzer, which I'm not that big of a fan of. I find that it comes off a bit orange on me. The Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and the NYC Smooth Skin bronzer. I'm sure you've heard me talk about that heaps. I have a little mini Benefit What's Up, a Posy Tint and a High Beam. I do have full sizes of some of these, but I'm keeping those aside for a haul that I'm filming soon. I'm just waiting for one last package, and then I will be filming a high-end makeup haul. I have the Wet n Wild Fergie highlighter that I did just haul in my recent drugstore haul, and I also have an MUA Undressment highlighter, which I'm not that big of a fan of. I find that the shimmer in it kind of comes off a bit purple, and it doesn't really look very natural at all. So if you have any powder highlighters that you recommend, let me know in the comments below, because I'm always on the lookout for some new ones. This is where I keep my liners and my eye primers. So I have my e.l.f. cream eyeliner in there. I've got two of the Lorac Behind the Scenes eye primer, because I do have two Lorac Pro palettes. I also have a Too Faced Shadow Insurance eye primer, which I actually don't like this one that much. I much prefer my e.l.f. one. And so many people rave about this, but I really don't like the smell. It smells really bad. I have a Benefit Stay Don't Stray, and then my liners are kind of all on this side, so I'm not really that big into eyeliner, honestly. So as you can see, I don't really have that many. My favourite liner, if I am going to do liner, is the Maybelline Master Precise Liquid Liner. I love the flexible tip on this. It is so easy to use. I love it. I've got a couple other ones that I tried out, like this Rimmel Scandalised liner. I didn't like it, as well as the Jordana Fabulous liner. I didn't really like that either. I have a Eye of Horus liner in a bronze, which I love. These are like budge proof. They will not move off your waterline. I love that one. I got that in a subscription box. I have the Rimmel Scandalised, and I actually just remembered that I picked one of these up the other day. I picked up a bronze one. I'm not sure where it is though, but I did buy another one of these the other day. I just have an e.l.f. kind of liquid liner that's really old. I haven't used this in a while, but it is nice. So that is what is in that drawer. And that is how big one of these paper drawers are. So that is where the two meet. So there is 5 drawers in total, which is really good. When I first started out, I only had one of these, and then I just kind of kept buying makeup, so I had to expand to 2, but they're good for if you're just starting out with makeup. So onto the next drawer. I keep all of my mascaras in this drawer. I have my smaller kind of sample size ones on this side, and then I have my larger ones on this side, and unopened ones at the back here. I have a Clinique High Impact Mascara, which is almost out, and I do really like this. I have a mini Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, which is currently my favourite mascara, and I honestly think it's going to be my favourite mascara of all time. It has taken over my Benefit They're Real and my Jordana Best Lash, which were my two favourites. I am in love with this, and I'm going to go buy a full size soon because I love it that much. I also have a mini Benefit They're Real. I have a Maybelline The Falsies that I should probably throw out because it is very old and probably dried up, and I didn't really use it that much. I have a Jordana Best Lash Extreme, which I do really like as a cheap alternative. It's probably my favourite drugstore mascara. I have the Balm Cheetah mascara, which is really, really similar to the CoverGirl Clump Crusher. It doesn't really give you any length, it kind of just volumizes. But I don't use that often. And then I also have the L'Oreal Telescopic mascara, which I bought when Priceline had 40% off all their makeup, and honestly I've used this once and I really don't like it. I just don't like the tiny brush. The brush is tiny and I just don't really like it. I don't feel like it coats my lashes very well, so I kind of think that was a waste of money, and I know a lot of people rave about it, but considering that mascara is like really expensive in Australia, I don't think it's worth the money at all. And then at the back here I have a Jordana Best Lash still in its packaging, and a CoverGirl Lash Bust Volume, and a Clump Crusher that I am yet to open because I want to use some of these up, although I should probably throw them out soon anyway. Next drawer is all of my single eyeshadows and kind of like my quads. So down here I have a lot of Jordana eyeshadows. I have 2 MAC ones, a NYX one. This is one of my favourites, the Wet n Wild eyeshadow in the shade Nutty. I love that. I have 2 Gosh eyeshadows that I got in subscription boxes. I also have 2 Maybelline Colour Tattoos, which I really, really love those. I also keep my brow stuff in here, so really this one here, and this one, they're the same shade, this one's just shattered. I use that to fill my brows, or this Jordana Brow Powder Duo, or my e.l.f. Brow Kit. I have my Wet n Wild palette that I just hauled. I also have 2 of the Wet n Wild eyeshadow trios, and then one of the 8-pan palettes back here, and I also have my Urban Decay Naked palette at the back, which honestly I don't use that much anymore, but I just popped it in here because my palette drawer was full. So this next drawer is kind of a little empty as well. This is just where I keep my lip balms. Most of these I actually got in subscription boxes. So I have my Glamourflage Peach kind of lip balm, I have a Maybelline Baby Lips, I have a random Aurora Spa Rituals Vanilla and Honey lip balm, which I got in a subscription box. I have 2 of these Dermstore lip quenchers, which I got in a Sephora order as well. I also have 2 of the Cherry Culture lip balms that I just got with orders. I have the watermelon one and the peach one. And I have a backup of my Carmex Moisture Plus in the shade Pink because I love it and it's one of my favourite lip balms of all time. So the next drawer is my lip drawer, and as you can see it's kind of a little crazy. I don't have it that organised, I just kind of have them laid out so I can see everything. Honestly, most of the lip products that I use more regularly stay in my handbag, so I kind of always have them on me. I have a couple of Maybelline Colour Whispers down the front here. I've got a couple of Rimmel Apocalypse, some MUA lipsticks, which are actually really good for the price. I have a Rimmel lipstick, I have a mini little Shiseido lipstick that I got in a subscription box, a couple Milani lipsticks up the back here, I have a couple of the NYX matte lip creams, I've got my MAC lipstick up the back, and the Australis Velour lips. These are kind of the newer ones I have. I put them in the back because that was where the room was. And again, if you want me to do any looks or use any of these in any of my videos, just let me know. My final drawer is where I keep all of my eyeshadow palettes. I love eyeshadow palettes. Currently the Lorac Pro is like my go-to at the moment. So I have my Lorac Pro, I have my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, my MUA Undress Me 2 palette, and my Too Faced Natural Eye Kit, which I love. And then at the back I have my Steeler in the Light palette stacked on top of my Steeler in the Moment palette, which I really need to get out and experiment with those purple eyeshadows, which I think I'm going to film and get ready with me and kind of just play around with the purple ones. But that is everything that is in that bottom drawer there. That's all of my palettes. So that was my makeup collection and storage. I really hope you liked this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.